I believe they said, would you like to do a half hour? And I said, I think I'll wait for an hour.
Still waiting?
Oh, I'm still waiting.
You are technically still waiting.
That was many years
It's
ago.
great to see you in the middle of it. I can really feel it,
still
guys.
waiting.
Can you really feel it? It's great to get in something from the ground up.
Yeah. We're still working on that, getting to that 30-minute mark. Yeah, 3.5 hours, and you are touring with another.
I know. I don't have a new. I have as of yesterday about a half an hour.
Well, I saw 15,
What?
20
You
of
have-
it, and it's great.
Pretty good.
How do you have? He was telling me one of your jokes, and I've been laughing at it and wanting to tell people.
I was telling it on stage.
No,
I
he was
did it on
telling
stage.
me.
It kills when I do it, dude.
It should.
Yeah.
Can,
That's what a good writer I am.
Wait,
Which
but-
one was it?
the one about how you think it's polite that celebrities get plastic surgery.
I really do. I really do. I think it's a sign of respect for the audience.
Yeah.
I don't want them to age.
Yeah.
But do you think it looks good when someone has those like their lips puffed out or the sides of their lips puffed out?
You're fucked either way.
And
It's
that's
either
not the
like you
point.
want me to look ugly and lazy or ugly and making an effort.
Yeah. And
so you think
And
it's
I
like
prefer
making an
ugly.
effort?
Yeah, it's like reupholstered. It's a 57-year-old hotel that got a new upholstery on the couch. They zhuzhed it up. I've literally yelled at celebrity. There was a very popular person who was graying and I go, I don't want it. Cut it out.
on what
with
level?
The graying.
Interpersonally?
They were
or-
posting
hair.
on social media. They were graying. They were like had an openly gray beard.
And you texted them?
Next time we talked, I said, cut it out.
Neal.
I said, cut it out. I literally don't want. I don't like when David Allen Greer looks old. Like he's old, but he doesn't. He could play 50, and he's throwing in the towel playing 70.
Yeah.
Well, Chelsea, when she was doing her movie, Chelsea Peretti, she was saying how hard it was to find someone to play a grandpa because everyone in Hollywood either looks 50 or
Yeah.
is dead.
Yes,
Because no
you
one's-
either are 50 or you're so old you can't get
You can't
to set.
act.
Yeah, you can't act. You can't take direction.
You know what's interesting about
You
plastic
can't memorize
surgery?
lines.
No, you can't do any. You need giant cue cards everywhere.
We've had that. Orson Bean.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who Orson Bean is?
Yeah,
He
I know
was
the name.
90.
He was 90 when he did Another Period. And then I think he died
He died like a
by
year.
being run over in the streets of Venice, California.
He used to ride his bike.
You would never think that the 90-year-old
I mean,
on set,
this brings up another issue, which is the confidence of the bike rider. They act like my car doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds.
I
know
know.
what?
It is
They have the
wild.
smugness of like, what do you think is happening?
But when you're 90, you should have that smugness. Because what do you think is happening? You think
Was
you're going to
he one
scare
of
me
those
with
guys
death?
who had the recumbent bike, the lowdown ones?
My mom fucks with a recumbent bike with a T-shirt on it that says "I'm deaf."
And a flag. An orange
What do you think
flag.
of that look?
Jesus.
What do you think of that look?
I mean, the orange flag. Thank you for the flavor saver on that.
Wait, Neal, would you ever get any plastic surgery? And if so, what? If you had to get one thing,
Well,
what would
I
it
Neal's
be?
a
find I'm more
comedian.
open to it
Yeah.
the older I get. I find I'm like, yeah.
Why not?
Look, let's see what happens.
What do you
Well,
fantasize
men
about?
do not look good with plastic surgery.
Everybody
here's the thing about men. The amount of men that we all know that have plugs
Oh yeah.
is like 80%.
No.
I could write names down that I could slide to you that would blow your mind.
They have hair plugs?
Almost everyone you know has hair plugs.
You're talking about like famous actors?
No, I'm talking about famous comedians, not that famous, pretty famous.
Because they don't want to
many-
get the little balding thing.
Yeah, it's not. You ever watch the 70s TV, like TV from everybody was bald. Some
Yeah,
version
right.
of bald. Now no
Everybody
one's
was
bald.
ugly too.
Everybody was old and ugly.
Yeah, and they could act. That was also a big difference.
Yes, they could act.
They knew
yeah,
how to
they
act.
could memorize lines. Yeah, but so that's male plastic surgery is hair. Like, look, after the show, I'm going to pull you aside. I'll tell you that even I'm surprised. I'm like, wow. Any guy who wears a hat for like a year and a half.
Just cover your mouth. Cover your mouth. We'll bleep it out. Tell us the best name. Just
Truly?
We'll bleep it out. Of course. Yeah.
Well, the best one is
I buy that.
Forever.
I buy that.
I mean, he's old.
forever.
Whoa, his is beautiful
good,
and
flowing.
flowing
Forever.
locks.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
This one got me.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
the
information.
ambition. I could see that he's ambitious enough to think he needs them, because he would actually be a good balding guy. He could
You
be a
will
good
bleep all
character.
those, right?
Of
Oh yeah,
course.
okay, 1,000%.
And it's good that you
always
did
a fun.
this.
It's
No,
the
of
reason we
course.
do this is
I
that
know
one
why.
time somebody said something.
I know.
And so one of these fucking forensic fans
Yep.
was like, and they got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, wait, Neal, what would yours be if you had to? I've done one.
You
I've
got
done something.
$1 million
It's not surgery.
hair.
It's not surgery. I got cool sculpting on my chin, and
Did it work?
it worked. It's very subtle.
He thinks it worked.
You've said this joke before, and it hurts every time.
Did you? That's
It
a
worked,
weird.
honey.
You know, I remember reading a model got bad cool sculpting.
Linda Evangelista. She
Yeah.
has like a hard bar of keloid, like red flesh, like a soap bar on her belly for forever, and can't get rid of it. I didn't read about that before I did it. 'Cause it was
Most
on my
women
face.
get it
What is
for.
it? Where?
On my chin.
Pull the mic away. Let me see it.
It used to be a little bit softer, and I got it. It basically freezes, and like they say up to 25% of the fat cells in that area die. So it just shrinks you a little. It's not for
And you had to get 3 sessions.
I had to get 3 sessions, and it's not for people.
He almost said 3 sesh.
3
Go ahead.
sessions. It's not for
Trace sesh.
It's not for people that have obesity because it won't work. It's for people that have like a stubborn area. Do you think?
I don't. I'm gonna give you a dispensation on that.
What do you mean?
That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, like I didn't have it.
No, yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
it's not real.
I kind of am in the mind of like no scalpels.
Yeah, scalpels is scary.
Laser me a harsh cream.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
harsh
that's
cream.
that's
very
what's in
acidic
style now
cream.
with all the women. They're not getting plastic surgery. They're getting hardcore micro needling 3
Right.
days a month. You
There's
can't leave
also
your
a
house.
chin thing that melts your fat.
I looked into that. It's a injection, and I read an article from a journalist that did it, and it sounded so hardcore and awful that's why I chose cool sculpting.
I want to believe that you can hear it. Like,
Yeah, like frying the fat.
yeah, like as you're trying to sleep. Like
Anyway, I'm glad it made me more confident. I'm glad I did it.
Listen, here's my
did
thing.
it make you more confident? How?
He thought it was gone. Okay.
You're so mean.
Okay, so I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I could definitely like get like some kind of facelift. But here's the thing. I do my podcast. I got 3 big lights on me. When I smile, I still look
You
young.
light up a room.
I can put the Paris filter on anything. Like you don't really.
You know
if you,
the filter.
If you can
They all know the
control,
filter.
Wow.
if you can control your surroundings, like I remember I did this game show, 25 Words or Less or something with Meredith Vieira. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she must be like 80. She looked so gorgeous.
55. Go ahead.
She's not
Kidding.
55.
Yeah.
She looked
She
so
looked fucked up.
gorgeous when we were doing it, because it was funny too, because she was like in a different room than us. So she had like all this
the
underlighting.
Liz Taylor.
Yes. And then when I saw her up close, I was like, oh, now I get like she looks her age. But I'm like, as long as you can like be in control of it,
Well,
why
you know,
like do that to your
female
face?
movies, and I would assume male movie stars as well, when they first of all, if you shoot a big celebrity, which I sometimes do, like they have stipulations on like
Oh,
They know what's
filters
up.
and lighting.
really?
A lot of them bring their own kind of lighting, or
What?
like have someone look at the. They come, they
That's
stand on
smart.
their mark, and then they take a still frame and they go to the monitor and like decide. Then they do CG on their face.
What's CGI?
CGI, yes, on their face. They work out wrinkles
The entire
every
thing?
frame of the movie.
Okay.
And
They're probably getting
That's
surgery.
expensive.
Well,
not
you-
for them.
You have to
Right.
be a pretty high
Yeah,
up
it's not
there
just like
to like
anyone, but I know. I mean, I heard about an actress like 15 years ago that was like, she can make them do that, and I cover my mouth
Gallagher.
again.
Oh yeah, well she's old. I mean, she's not that old, but she's like 60.
No,
and
but
still
this was
playing-
15 years ago.
right. Oh wow.
That I was like, really? First of all, she doesn't need it, but it turns out
Well, it's funny
she
when
need it because she was getting CG on her
it's
face.
funny when you think about these certain actresses like that, like Meryl Streep, like these people that you think of as these like sort of sophisticated
Like for the
artists
craft.
for the craft, and then you realize like no, they're just as sucked into the ego
Somebody
game
did a
as anybody
scene with
else.
Meryl Streep and told me that she used teardrops.
No, no.
I swear to God, I don't remember who it was. They said it on a podcast. And I was like, really?
incredible.
Did drops for the scene?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
for her. She's
speaking-
probably tired.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Who
Yeah,
cares?
again, what do I don't know if you really were upset about your baby or whatever. Rosemary's baby. Rosemary's baby, I guess.
Speaking of
Not
powerful,
Rosemary's baby. Sophie's Choice.
Speaking of
So it
powerful
was
women,
Sophie's baby.
I got a segue for you.
Go on.
Speaking of powerful women,
Yeah.
didn't the two of you want to discuss Mother Aya? How about you like that? How you like that?
Ayahuasca. Sure.
Now you are her drug pusher.
I brought Natasha into the game.
Yep.
Not only did Neal bring me into the game, the guru who was there played some of Neal's comedy for
Your
everyone.
stand-up?
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there. Neal,
I was on the Breakfast Club and I talked about ayahuasca
They
and whatever.
played a clip of you on the
I know.
Breakfast Club.
From the Breakfast Club.
The opposite energy of what
And
I
then-
want.
I know.
I don't want to see Charlemagne the God as the final
I
image
know.
before I delve
Deep,
in.
right in the middle. Right at the end of the ceremony. They do like sort of goofy.
Yeah.
They do
No, it's
silly
the,
time.
They do the Chris Brown interview during the ceremony.
Then at one point, and there was probably like 40 people there taking ayahuasca at a garage and, wherever
in
we were.
Santa Clarita, yeah.
In Santa Clarita.
By Six Flags.
By Six Flags. And at one point they go, how many people are here because of Neal Brennan? And 11 people answered
Damn, dude.
their hands.
I'm big into the game.
And it wasn't cheap, so
How much
they
you
should
do
give
it?
you a free sesh.
Yeah.
I actually got kicked out.
You got kicked out?
Yeah.
For what?
Of that circle.
What'd you do?
He went on the breakfast.
I went on 106 in Park. The I don't know the references anymore. I went
that
on
was a good one.
Big Boy in the Morning. Is probably a better one.
Sure.
There was some money stuff, and I kind of it was just like it's
Wait,
just
you
people
got
can't
kicked
not
out?
be basically, yeah.
I thought you left. I love the detail that you actually were asked to leave.
Well, I left, and then I got kicked out. I left, and then someone was like, "You should come back," and I was like, "Eh," and then I got kicked.
so
whatever.
it's like a gossipy community.
It's incredibly gossipy.
But
yeah.
you brought a lot of people.
Oh, but I know, but that they don't. You're dealing with grifters. So.
These are drug addicts we're talking about.
They're people that are confident in their spiritual practice and no one ever is honest and like, what? No one's a hater like me.
Yeah.
I got kicked out for being a hater. I hope you're
Did it
happy.
make you less of a hater?
Ayahuasca.
You are just so your energy has shifted.
My energy. That's the thing about ayahuasca. It fucking worked for me. So
Yeah.
I can't. I have nothing bad to say about ayahuasca
The mother herself. Yeah.
But the stuff around it is it's a lot of clowns.
Well, it's like religion. Whenever there's
Yes.
something powerful, everyone wants to control it. And
Yeah.
the medicine is powerful.
Yeah. It's not even religion implies that there's some actual God there. Do you know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
there's nothing to control in religion. I guess it is controlling like you're blessed, you're not.
Oh, you're
but
saying what's even more potent about ayahuasca is there's something irrefutably real happening.
it's hard to what happened to me. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody in a religion that happened to. I mean, there are people that are born again and they are different, but it seems like they're like holding on.
Well, no, they say
My
like,
shit is effortless, y'all.
well, yeah, well, that's what drugs are. I mean, that is what drugs are.
Yeah.
That's what psychedelics
Ideally.
are, is that they can get you to a state that it would have taken a monk 30 years of meditation in the desert to get to in one
Yeah.
afternoon. I mean, that's the whole power. It's populism.
Have you done anything recently?
No, but Neal, I was very close.
Thanks for calling me by my first name.
Well, I think it implies closeness.
You went to that seminar.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like it implies
Yeah, yeah.
closeness.
No, I
it
know
says-
what it's supposed
I
to
wasn't
imply.
trying to-
It's manipulative.
We know what you're
Why?
trying to do,
People
Moshe.
mo-
Why is it
people know-
manipulative? Why can't it be
It's
sincere?
a known.
We're all
if,
friends.
if you listen to like a charisma
You came to
tape
our, but I didn't.
or a close.
No, but the people in the
Look, any
charisma.
seminar.
But the seminar people
like
are mimicking
fucking
real, genuine human
Carnegie,
experiences.
Dale
that they've
Carnegie.
known. I know, but
The first line is like, call people by their name. People's favorite sound in the world is the sound of their own
You
name.
think-
You fucking ingested that. I'm drinking ayahuasca. You're drinking bullshit.
By the way, Neal and Moshe used to have
We used to
a
have a podcast
podcast
called The Champs.
and they're still kind of
We're still
rehashing.
fighting.
And we still sound identical.
Yeah,
that
still
may
sound
have
the
sounded
same.
like
And-
Moshe yelling at himself. Moshe's inner monologue.
I was so close to doing psych. I had decided to do it actually.
Right, because you're sober, right?
I'm sober, and I did all this research on it, and I
30
went.
years.
I went to the.
Other than Cool Sculpt. Go ahead.
There's a club sober. That's West Hollywood sober.
Yeah.
sober, but I do cool sculpting. Hey Tosh,
Yeah, Moshe.
it's summer, and I can't wait to get my summer wardrobe on, and that's why we're going with Quint's.
I love Quints. They have 100% European, and you know I love anything that's European, Moshe.
Yeah, that's right. You like totalitarian dictators from Europe.
like 100% European linen shorts and dresses from $30, luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so much more.
Speaking of Italian, they've got these Italian swim trunks that I just got.
Oh, they are so cute.
They're super cute. I love an army green. They've got this really perfect olive green, and it's got this really comfortable liner, and they look sharp. They're the kind of thing that you can go swimming in, and you can also go to a restaurant in, too.
Yeah, like they're the right length.
Yes, exactly. They're not too long, so you don't look like a dad who had his heyday when Sublime hit, but they're not too short so that you look like you're going to Fire Island. You know, like me. It's me. It's what I need.
And Quint's only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes.
What's your favorite thing from Quint's?
Well, I love the linen sheets I got. I always get white sheets. They're the only sheets that, it's like a hotel.
Yeah. I slept on those linen sheets the other day, and I had the thought. I was like, linen, that's the secret sauce to a comfortable bed. I don't like silk. Cotton can be too hot. Linen's got this like crispy, crunchy, good, in a good way, comfy feeling.
It always looks good.
So get Quint's, get some shorts, get some sheets, get whatever, because you can afford it, because by cutting out the middleman, Quint's is like half the cost of similar brands.
So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quint's. Go to quince.com/honeymoon for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/honeymoon to get free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/honeymoon. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah.
Would you say I smell like fig with notes of cedar and orange, or wildlands with notes of sandalwood and cypress?
I say you're more of a evergreen and thyme type of boy.
The truth is, I smell like all three, and that's because I've been showering with Harry's. Harry's used to send me razors, and now they send me smell good.
They're scents that are made by a family-owned luxury French fragrance house. You had me at French.
It's thick, it's sudsy, it's lathery, it's foamy. It doesn't have parabens, sulfites, or dyes. It feels like it costs $30, but it only costs $8. You know Harry's. They're the all-around men's grooming experts.
Be known for smelling amazing. Shower with Harry's. Try Harry's body wash today for just $8 at harrys.com/honeymoon.
That's harrys.com/honeymoon for a sniff of this incredible body wash. I decided to do it. I went to like the World Psychedelic Conference in Oakland, actually, and did all these...
You were the first person to mention maps.
Oh, to you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so... Yeah. I met with them, and I camped with them at Burning Man. I was like, let's do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start slow. I was going to start with San Pedro, because I am a little afraid of having a bad trip, because combining no longer being sober with a possible difficult experience, I just was scared. Anyway,
Although it would have kept you more sober, probably.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Because I talked to a guy... that Jack Osborne, I was on a podcast with him recently, and he's done it, and he's a sober guy. And I go, don't you worry, once you break the seal, that you'll like go into the other thing. He goes, well, it just depends on how you do it. Like, haven't you had surgery and had to take opiates during that?
Yeah.
And that is true. Anyway, I was gonna do it, and then Natasha got pregnant, and I was like, this just doesn't feel like two stories I want to tell at the same time. Like,
Although
I don't want to mix these narratives,
Right. It's all about
When
narratives.
Moshe got his colonoscopy, though, it was so fun.
that was nice.
Because he was high on these drugs, and like this was like a few months ago.
Were
and
you...
I was with him. I picked him up.
Really?
She did it.
And he was
the
like
pickup.
dancing through the streets, and I was like, "Whoa, who's this?" Moshe?
That's how
Like,
they affected you?
Oh, it was awesome.
he had no longer had a stick up his butt.
I didn't do...
Hello.
They took it out.
They took
They
it.
took it
They
out for a
tested
minute.
negative.
Yeah,
They
they took it out.
tested negative for
For a
stick
stick up the ass.
Oh wait, you did have the stick up your butt.
No,
but
what
yeah.
was crazy, Natasha, what I didn't tell you is that the anesthesiologist I declined it. So I was totally sober. I just really enjoyed the procedure.
You raw dogged.
That's why I was dancing in the street. It was fun.
Did you...
I know somebody raw dogged it. Jordan Rubin
Did
raw
he really?
dogged his colonoscopy.
That is so
Yes.
stupid.
That's so odd.
Why?
But he's enough of a hypochondriac that I totally believe it.
Yeah, raw dogged his colonoscopy.
Did he really?
Yes. He told me to do it. He recommended
What
that.
did he say about it?
He was like, it's fine. There's no nerves up there. You can totally do it. I researched it.
He is so absurd.
I mean, I respect it. I didn't know that was possible.
It was never
I guess
something
it's
I
probably
considered.
like Enema.
Yeah,
right?
but it's not, because they put it all the way inside of you. And he was saying there's no nerve endings in your intestines, which I'm sure is true. I wasn't interested. Have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it. I've had two.
It's the worst.
I actually don't
beverage.
like the drugs.
Oh, you don't?
I got one recently. I did the jug.
Yeah.
And I go and I do it, and the doctor afterward is like, could have been cleaner.
Oh my God.
And I was like, who is this for? Like, who was what? So
He
5
said
years
that?
from now, as if I didn't drink, I was like, I drank all the fluid. What do you want me to do? What could I have done here?
Right.
Like, could have been cleaner.
More
like,
clearer liquids.
Who should I reprimand? I drank it on schedule,
It's
and
the worst.
I can't look. So I'm never getting another one. If I get
There you go.
cancer, so be it. I
There
show
you
them.
go.
I will be the winner if I die of cancer. What
All
have
right.
you had like that?
She's had the double.
Women have
Drugs?
stuff
Or are you talking about?
stuff.
You're talking about plastic surgery?
No, stuff shoved inside you.
Honey, tell him. Tell him, honey.
What if I had shoved inside?
You
me?
had both. She had the both directions. She
I
had the
had
double.
endoscopy. Oh, I had an endoscopy.
How come?
And the colonoscopy. Because when you turn 50, you're supposed to get them.
And then through the throat?
Well, they said to do them both at the same time. Is that weird? That's what they
The
said.
rotisserie style?
Well, no, because think about it.
Rotisserie.
They can
She
see
got it
everything.
done at Costco. It's very cheap.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I got it done once, but I'm used to drugs.
And I might need to get an endoscopy because I might have GERD. Do we know about GERD? I just started getting like insane acid reflux 3 months ago.
What's
sucks.
it look like for you?
It's just really bad acid reflux.
like, does that mean you
hurts.
burp?
I burp a lot. It's also like kind of like acid coming up my throat.
See, you should have done the 2-in-1. You wouldn't have to.
I didn't realize that was even. I love efficiency. I would have been right there.
She told me to pitch it, and I did, and it was a very embarrassing moment. I
So they like.
I go, my wife says it's free if I do the top part too. They go, what? I go, I don't know.
No, not free.
She
forget
said
it.
to do it too. And she's
2-in-1,
why?
like pain-wise, not like price-wise, honey. Oh my god.
And you're out. You're out. You went out cold, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I woke
I
up-
didn't like coming out of it. I felt like kind of like
Violated.
that.
I would have appreciated the anesthesiologist knowing who I was and knowing I'd been sober 30 years and just turning the dial. Give me 20 minutes. I was sober by the time I got in the car. They're such scientists. They're so specific. Just give me an extra 15. It's been 30
Moshe,
years.
when you get that Netflix half hour, they're gonna know who you are.
Wait. All right, Neal.
It's good to have you back, Neal.
We haven't missed a step.
Because I am such a fan of your work, I just want to know, how do you do it? How do you write so many jokes?
How do you?
Like, are you? What's your writing schedule like though? Because you are super prolific. You got 3
I
specials.
make myself. I have a new joke show every week, and I have for like 15 years.
Oh, at the West Side?
Yeah,
You still do that?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's
that thing I
embarrassing.
did like 8 years
yeah,
ago.
I still do it.
You do that every
I still
week.
humiliate myself on a weekly, every almost whatever. Some weeks I can't.
100% of it is new every
but-
time?
No,
No.
but like 5 minutes of it is new.
Well, I'll tell you what. The
Wow.
set I'm doing right now, 75%, like the 15 minutes I'm doing in town, 75% of it was because Bobby Lee was like, I'm doing this new joke
Yeah.
show. Will you come do it? And I was like, oh my God, I'm panicking. And I started writing. And then I have some new stuff, and it made me go, why don't I do this all the
I know.
fucking time?
You just make it so you like put it on a schedule. You have to do it. You trick yourself into thinking everyone's gonna remember.
right.
They're not gonna remember.
But that's so smart because I'm always like, oh, write 5 minutes a day, write an hour a day. It's like, no one's going to do that. But if you have
no,
the
if you
the
unless you
show,
have to, yeah, you're not gonna do it.
Monthly?
weekly.
I've been away a lot.
Uh-huh.
So, but now I did it 2 days ago, and I'm doing it Tuesday, and so I just do it whenever I'm here.
By the way,
I think of your 3 mics all the time, and I'm always
you.
thinking of little things from it. And even when I pack my daughter a lunch, sometimes I'll pack her an Uncrustable, and I'll think of your parents putting their frozen peanut butter and jellies.
Yeah.
And like, because you grew up with 10
Yeah.
kids, and every kid had to like take
Yeah.
their little.
I
lunch.
had an ayahuasca, not a message, but I actually had the thought last time I did ayahuasca that both my parents loved me.
oh,
Isn't that wild?
so ayahuasca lied to you. I
I
didn't know.
Yeah, no, it like rewrote my relationship with my dad.
You're saying ayahuasca told you that on whatever level he could, he
it
did.
wasn't like hey,
Yeah,
Neal.
yeah, yeah.
It was more I had a different concept of it where I was just thinking about like because now that my girlfriend has a kid and who's like 4 or 5, it's so much fucking labor.
Yeah.
It's relentless. It's
being a parent.
Yeah.
And you're saying labor in some ways,
labor
as
intensive.
love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So like if you didn't, I don't love doing everything I do for her son, but like it's still love.
Does he call you dad?
No, he calls me Neal. Someone goes, "Is that your dad?" And he goes, "It's my Neal."
My Neal? That's what
cute.
I call you.
I know.
I call
Isn't
you
that fucking cute? You know what he said? It was
cute.
very funny. He goes, "You know who loves penis jokes? Neal."
That is true. This guy knows what's up.
Because of the new joke show. I got to do new jokes.
And he's got to come every time now.
He has to show
I mean,
you.
honestly, in terms of your shifting energy, I asked you to come do this podcast. I said, could you do 1:30? You said, I got to pick up the kid. I go, who is that my Neal? That's not my Neal.
I know. It's
a whole different Neal.
It's a different guy.
And how much, sacrifice, do you feel like you have to sacrifice a little bit?
I don't, it's not like shared. I'm like a TV dad.
That's that stepdad privilege right there.
I'm like an uncle dad, Uncle Neal. I always say guys wanted, I shouldn't say guys, but I always wanted to just like come in at the end of the day and just be like, look, be good to your mom. Good night, son.
I mean, that's pretty much fatherhood from the 50s.
How do you guys break it down? Do you see it as like soft power, hard power, meaning like
I feel sometimes like a fucking Leave It to Beaver like episode.
No, and she's onto it. She goes, Mom, you're such a great mom, but sometimes you kind of lack discipline. Like Dad's really good at discipline. Like I'll do what he says, but with you, I kind of know I don't have to. And I'm like, okay, well maybe. And she goes, and I need to work on. She goes, you need to work on that, and I need to work on listening to you a little more. And I'm like, okay, well maybe we could have a code word when that happens. She goes, because she like sees it all, and like he just yells at her. But I'm like, I don't want to yell at her. You do kind of though. You're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And this is hilarious. You think my parenting technique is yelling at her?
No, but I'm just saying you raise.
I
your
had
voice.
a buddy who's has 2 kids, I think. And they were deciding how to kind of discipline their kids, and he goes, and last week my wife gave me the green light to hit them because they like wouldn't get ready.
Stop it.
They wouldn't get ready, and he was like,
hit them?
to just spank one of them?"
And
he's
how'd it go?
And first of all, I was joking like it must have made like the sex so much hotter after that. Like finally, like never felt freer. But he's like, it fucking worked.
Well,
it
spanking
absolutely
has
worked.
only not been au courant for like 10 years. Because remember, you got that job at that show.
I remember this.
What was that show?
My first writing job. I think we were probably
Another
doing
period?
the podcast. No, it was the New Normal, the Ryan Murphy.
The Ryan Murphy show.
And I remember
he didn't have kids then.
I just started dating Natasha, and we spanking. It was all these parents around the room, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would spank, but I got spanked, and I don't care. And they were like, they were so appalled by that take.
Yeah.
And that they were so strong with the opinion that I thought, I guess I won't spank. I mean, if people feel this strongly, I guess I won't do it. And then
because we were all spanked.
And then I had my kid, and I was like, why would I hit her? Why would I hit? I'm gonna hit her. What's the point?
It's I mean, I haven't, for the record, haven't hit.
You haven't hit your almost stepson.
But he doesn't know that it's off the table.
Uh-huh.
I haven't.
You could go like this.
I haven't done that, but my tone is like very final.
Well, same. But I don't feel like there will ever be a need for me to do more than that. I'm not saying I'm going to always get my way with her. I just don't think there's ever going to be a thing where I'm like, okay, I couldn't get my way with all of the tools rhetorically I have. I think if I strike her, then I'll get my way. I just I could probably get her to be afraid of me.
That's the problem. But that assumes that we do things for, we all behave for all the right reasons. It's like, no, I do a lot of shit out of fear.
Oh,
personally, as an adult,
a person hitting is a person who's lost control.
No, I just think your child will be afraid of you. I think it's okay for your child to be a little afraid of you.
I hear the point.
She's afraid of you. She's not afraid of me.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. The people that don't like spanking don't like the fear part too.
They
think fear as a motivator is bad.
Like no negative emotion would be great. Unfortunately, it's making a lot of maladjusted, not even poorly adjusted people.
1,000%. I know
it increases anxiety once you get into the world and go to college 18, 19, and then you're an adult. They have no coping skills.
I just feel like it's very easy to give them all of the coping skills, including the hard lessons that you're talking about, without physically becoming violent. I'll never hit my kid.
No,
What's the hardest more for each of you that you've experienced as a parent in terms of like what to do?
Yeah,
for me, I already know what it is because it's like a daily spiritual practice is saying no to her. Because it's just so hard, and she's like so cute and so like manipulative and in her own little way, and like it's like, how can I not buy her ice cream? She's like, yesterday I bought her 2 books and a diary, and I'm like, okay, this is like the 8th diary I've bought you, and you never write in them. You have to write in the diary. Do you promise me?
Yeah. She's illiterate.
No, she can write.
She can write, but she's not at the diary level.
But like, I just can't say no, and it's so hard.
No. Well, you also get no fatigue. That's the thing. Is like you can say no at noon, and then by 4 you're like, fucking fine.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to be a hater.
I know my hardest thing that I've dealt with is not interpersonal. It is my child's uninterest and my giving up on trying to teach her sign language. I just like,
that was really hard.
It's just, I wanted it.
She's just like this.
She just doesn't want it.
She's so bored. She's
Have you been able to make her do anything in that neighborhood, like piano lessons? Is there?
Yes, piano lessons. She's been able to.
She will not learn sign language, and we even hired a coach, and they would give her a half of a gummy worm every time she would do a sign, and she still like got bored of that. She's like, you know what? I just want to have the gummy worms.
It's just so frustrating because I know girls in particular, not to be reductive, but young girls like sign language. I've noticed that ambiently in my life. Like elementary school girls think my mom's so cool. I've always thought that. They'll run up to her like, oh, cool. And my daughter, the one girl in the world I want to like just even know enough sign language to like greet her grandma in sign more than just hi. She just has zero interest.
Is it my fault? Because this other girl in your life didn't learn it either.
What other girl?
Me.
Oh.
And then,
I've never thought of it that way, but I like that.
Moshe's brother,
daughter.
Moshe's brother got married to this girl who's like, she does have more time on her hands than me. She's younger. She doesn't have a kid, and she's fluent now.
She basically is fluent, and was at the wedding. I mean, it's crazy. It's great, but she's a bit of a polyglot. She knows Chinese too.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Also, maybe your mom needs to learn mouth reading.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
She's 80.
Maybe it's far be it from me.
That's part of the problem too. Is grandma's a little too old. Like she's a little old, and so my kid is a little bit, and it's they're already having social bonding issues.
Like there's like a little scary grandma old.
What about you? What's your hardest?
It's a good.
Not hitting him. It must be holding back.
I mean, that's full. That's number 1 through 100.
I bet I know what it is.
You know what it is? Because I get scared when like I'm in charge of him.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like we are in a parking lot and we're going to it's like
safety issue.
Safety, yeah, because I literally don't think I could recover if something happened to him.
Well, listen, I repeat things to her all the time. Right. Every time we're in a parking lot, still she's 7. I said, you have to look for the brake lights. You just have to be a newscaster and a broken record and just keep telling them, I think. Because
until they learn. What's his full name? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but I do think that like you do feel like annoying, but I just be completely annoying. And
I don't mind being annoying, but you don't know how much they get. But I just worry about like if I'm not holding his hand, if they just run.
Well, you know what's kind of cool about that is that the broadcasting lessons are kind of taught like a strand at a time. That's how I think of it. Like you tell them 1,000 times for the crosswalk they're going to be at in 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's like they don't get it, but you lace these strands on top. And then by the time they're ready for a little more freedom, my experience is it's even slightly intuitive. Like I now will let my daughter go halfway across the block because she is ready for that. I walk with her halfway, and then she like wants to be free halfway through the intersection, so I'll like let her go at that point, and it's intuitive. She's almost mirroring it to me.
Do you feel like she's gonna because I think about him being like, oh, what's up? What's up, Neal? Like just like a teenage boy.
Being a shithead?
Yeah. And it's inevitable.
She's very sassy, if you can imagine.
Where'd you get it?
So that is like, she's just like.
Were you sassy?
Oh, yes.
I mean, well, don't you think comedians kind of were the people who got D's in conduct? Remember they used to give you
We
conduct
didn't have
grades?
I didn't have conduct.
In
where I
Catholic school, you didn't have conduct?
It was just,
They just
I mean,
hit
it
you?
wasn't like a grade. It wasn't a grade you got. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It all changes in puberty. A dad told me the other day, he's like, oh, yeah, I remember. I miss cuddling with my kids. I go,
Yeah.
When'd that stop? He goes, 12. It was just the flipness with which
Yeah.
he said it was just like so heartbreaking. Like, yeah, she's going to obviously, like, when I go to my mom's house, she wants to like kiss me, and I'm just like, mwah. I'm
Yeah.
like, now I see that experience in a different way. For a long time, I saw that experience of like, why do you want to fucking kiss me on the lips?
My
Like,
mom
Yeah.
wants to kiss me on the lips, too. No, thanks.
but that shift, the shift.
You guys know there's nothing I can do about this. You guys are saying this to me. Like, okay, I'll speak to them. I
you
don't
call
know
my
these
mom?
women.
But I'm saying
I don't sign.
I understand that.
How about this? If
differently.
I point to my mouth and go, no.
That would work perfectly.
Pull up a picture
Dude,
of you.
If my daughter was able to
Da-da-da-da-da.
do that level,
You would take it.
I would take
She knows
it.
no.
But she could go, that's communication.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see my mom's like heartbreak around that differently now because I'm like, oh, because she still sees me as this little baby.
And
that
you
she-
still won't do it.
I still won't do it. That's true.
Well, no, I heard it's an evolutionary adaptation for kids start feeling like being grossed up by their parents is like a thing to make
Yeah.
them move.
Right.
Like
No.
yeah.
To make them pop.
then you like, all right, I'm ready to go and start my own nest.
That's how the steppes of East Asia got populated.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm just
but-
saying they left their village and that's how humanity like
Yeah,
traveled across the
yes,
tundra.
yes,
like I gotta go
kind
that
of,
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it unhealthy for them to live next door to you?
Like Italian style?
That's
Yeah.
what I want.
That would be nice, but it ain't gonna happen. Hopefully it ain't gonna happen.
Why?
Did your mom want, do you think your parents wanted that?
I don't know.
No.
Probably not.
They were stoked when you left. And by the way, I relate.
Oh, my God.
To her leaving?
No, to just being like, oh, she should go.
That's enough.
No, I think that you want a child that will reject you on some level because you don't want a kid who's like, Mom, can I just stay
No,
here?
that's exactly right. Where you just go, where I walked it through where it's like, what's up, Neal? Yeah, I'm fucking go. And it's like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I loved you, but like now you're different.
And you look out the window, you're like, I used to be your Neal.
I was your Neal. We love penis jokes. What
Well,
happened there?
I'm so proud of you, Neal.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You don't have to be proud of me.
But we are. We can, whether you like it or
Well,
not.
But you don't have to be.
Well, we will.
This is a cool experience, and I'm glad you got it.
Well, it's a good shift, dude. I mean, honestly, like last time we saw you and really talked in depth and was in Montreal,
Right.
and you had been doing a lot of ayahuasca.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how that's gonna go. And now I'm like, it seems like it went pretty well.
It went great. It was
Yeah.
going great then.
There was a girl in our ayahuasca group who you recommended who was telling us that she just gets it like in the mail
Yeah.
and does it
she
in
used
her
to
bedroom.
drink it in her
That's
bedroom.
crazy. That's bad, right?
Wild. Yes.
That's bad.
Well, some people just have
Well,
a high tolerance.
At
I
your
don't think
level
it's bad.
of having done it and experience, do you think you could do it and have the full
I
experience
would
alone?
never
You would
do it
never.
alone. I would.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Well, the music,
I
the
think
experience
the music,
was so
the
good.
experience, and the connectedness of the people, like the community,
And-
as corny as that is.
And you've never gone to Peru to do it?
No,
Does that attract you?
no.
No.
It's like going to watching the Clippers or going to a Clippers game.
Yeah, he likes
home
doing it by
gamer and
six
away
So,
game.
exactly like Clippers.
All right. Well, listen, we could talk all day, but we have people waiting to talk to
Waiting in
you,
the
Neal.
wings.
We
Is
need
that
some
true?
of this
Yeah.
wisdom.
I love it.
People want answers. Laura,
That only
can we
Neal
connect
can provide.
with our first call who's waiting in the
This
wings?
is like John Mulaney, Everybody's Live.
Chat, it's exactly like that.
You guys based it on that?
Yeah, we based this podcast on John Mulaney's
Incredible.
nascent talk show.
Incredible.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
Would you like a huge big gulp of corn syrup addled soda that would go right into your veins and give you all kinds of problems?
Not really.
Okay, what about a soda that's got 6 grams of fiber and is made with real fruit juice?
You're saying fiber in a soda pop?
That's right. It's interesting you call it soda pop because it's called Simply Pop.
Simply Pop is a new fruit-forward beverage of prebiotic sodas made with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support your gut health, vitamin C, and zinc to support immune function.
Did I mention it's got juice, it's got juice. Soda pop just got juicy.
There are 5 flavors: pineapple mango, lime, strawberry, citrus punch, and Moshe's favorite, fruit punch.
I love fruit punch. But I don't do it anymore because it's got all that nasty stuff in it. Not with Simply Pop. It supports gut health with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber. Prebiotics. It's got that zinc, it's got that C, and it's got that flavor. Simply Pop is flavor that pops.
Go to cokeurl.com/simplypop to find out where you can try Simply Pop.
Get on that juice. Find out where you can try Simply Pop at cokeurl.com/simplypop.
For flavor that pops, the Endless Honeymoon podcast chooses Simply Pop. Go to cokeurl.com/simplypop to find out where you can try it.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
I want to lay you down in percale.
Why, thank you.
From Bolan Branch, they've got these special cooling weaves in 100% organic cotton percale. You'll never sleep hot again, and I know that that's something you struggle with, Natasha.
Is this the most you've ever said the word percale, Moshe?
I love saying percale, and I love sleeping on percale. Bolan Branch sent us a pair of these sheets, and I slept on them that night. Didn't I turn to you? I said, these are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
Well, we have Bolan Branch sheets all over the house, and I actually have my friend staying here, and she said she couldn't get up out of the bed until noon.
That's what I'm saying. So if you would like to feel the percale difference with a 30-night worry-free guarantee, feel the difference of an extraordinary night's sleep with Bolan Branch.
And don't forget, these are woven with the finest 100% organic cotton on earth, crafted by artisans who earn their pay and the respect they deserve.
Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at
bolanbranch.com/honeymoon. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/honeymoon to save 15% off. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Would you say that I drive you absolutely crazy with my inability to keep a schedule?
No.
Well, if you feel that way about your partner, you should try Skylight. We got it. It's super cool looking. It's framed like a piece of art, but what it is a digital calendar to keep all of your schedule effortlessly. It's just awesome.
It's basically a Wi-Fi connected digital display that showcases your family's schedule with clarity. Color coding, that's what helps too. I'm red, Moshe's blue, and then green is our family, so he knows he needs to look out for the blue and the green. And Moshe likes systems. If you have ADD, you might need this. He's always trying to find these workarounds so that he can remember his obligations to our family.
Workaround is Skylight. And right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/honeymoon.
Go to skylightcal.com/honeymoon for $30 off your 15-inch calendar.
That's skylightcal.com/honeymoon. All right, we're going to talk to Tia Marie in Northern Ontario.
Hey, Tia Marie.
Hello.
Tia Marie, we're here with Natasha Leggero, me, and Neal Brennan, the one and only.
How can we help you?
I need perspective or insight on, I'm in a very emotional funk, I would say, with like my dating life. It's a little bit of a mess. And I am struggling to kind of like let go of like my last relationship, and I need like my emotions to like catch up to where like my mind is at, you know, like I can't like let go of like, I'm like trying to like move on from my last relationship and like putting myself out there. I'm dating, I'm doing all the things, but I feel like I'm like stagnant in like my like dating life.
I wonder.
So like,
I wonder what
how have you guys pulled yourself out of like a funk or whatever?
I wonder what this panel's gonna suggest this person try to pull themselves out.
No.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Are you competitive? I find that when I'm obsessing about somebody or something, the thing that animates me is going, they're not thinking about you at all. And I'm kind of infuriated by it.
That's a great trick.
And then I stop. Like I write in my journal all the time, like, no one's thinking about you at all. You could be obsessed about somebody or something. They're not thinking about you whatsoever, and have a little goddamn pride to you.
What's that saying? Resentment is drinking poison, expecting the other person to die.
Yes, and I was hoping that when my body collapsed, it would hit them on the way down. That was truly what I was going for. But so that's he's not or she's not thinking about you.
That's like a mental trick you do.
Yeah, and I get then I get mad at them, and then I can stop sometimes.
So you were broken up with, and you're kind of still into them a little bit?
Well, so we dated for a couple years, and then we split up, and wasn't my choice. And that was 3 years ago, and it's been a struggle since. And then we were apart for a year and a half, and we ran into each other, and then we got back together for a little bit. And that was probably not the right choice, because then, naturally, it fell apart all over again. And I feel like I just put myself through everything all over again. And now we've been separated now for 8 months, and I'm I know I can't go back for a third time. It's done. It's whatever. So up here in my head, I'm I know it's done. I'm moving on, putting myself out there, doing things.
Do you still talk to him?
Sometimes.
That's part of the
and
problem.
I know I shouldn't.
I follow a Reddit thread called No Contact.
Oh yeah, that's because you're afraid. You're afraid of that teenage boy going no contact with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I don't. I. It's another pride thing of when no contact works.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? It works for the person.
It works.
You move on.
The whole Reddit thread is basically people encouraging each other to you can do it.
People
And then it'll be they contacted me, don't respond.
Oh, this is about relationships, not
Yes.
parenting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Because that's a whole thing now, is that young people are into no contacting
with their parents.
No,
yeah.
no, this is no contact.
No contact with relationships.
1,000%.
And it's so easy to be well, I'm just going to help him. We're just friends.
You're no, it's a new phase of our relationship. And then you're crying and go
And-
why are we not?
And we're going to kind
more.
of transition into friends.
Yeah,
and I'll
we
just
think
help
it
him
can
pick
work.
out
Yeah.
which shirt he's going to wear.
Yeah.
But we're friends.
There's a simple logic to it, which is that if you are in contact with somebody that you still are kindling a flame for, it's impossible for you to focus on the new person that comes into your life that could be the potential thing that you want. You're going back to, what do they say? You're going back to the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I mean, that's what you're doing. So you already know the answer.
Okay, no, let me ask. Well, so Neal, on this no contact thing, what is a good text, or what is the sentence that she can say to him so he knows now to not contact her? Is there any
Just
tricks?
block them.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
just
with you.
block?
What's the
Or
point?
all right, here's what you can do. I just upgraded my phone. Not a big deal. I'm in the developer beta from Apple. It's not anyone can do it.
Wait, you have a special Apple phone?
No, I just have Apple, but you can, if you go in the settings, you can get the new iOS as a developer. But anyone can do it. It says it's a fake brag. Some of my brags are real. That one's fake. But so I was looking through people I'd blocked, and one of the people before I blocked them, I wrote his name was "Don't waste your time."
Nice.
So it truly,
Well, his name in my phone right now is just the red stop sign.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I am. But okay, so then what, the issue, another kind of issue around it is that because I still look at the relationship that it was successful, even though it didn't last forever, whatever. It was really good. But now I feel I try not, I actively try not to compare new people that I meet and go out with. I try not to compare them to what all of the good parts of that past relationship. But then now I feel there's this expectation, or the bar is kind of up here, and the guys that I am meeting and going out on dates with, it's just not enough.
Tia, didn't he keep breaking up with you?
Yeah. I mean, it's like
That's a pretty bad trait.
someone
Yeah.
not being into you
Yeah.
is like, it's
Kind of in the top 10.
In terms of,
Yeah, it was in the top 10.
yeah.
Undesirable
You
traits
want
in a
them
partner.
to not break up with you.
Yeah, that's
the
sort of up
worst
there.
thing. Yeah.
And also, you're going to feel a surge of confidence when you block him.
You know what you're saying reminds me of? It reminds me of drugs. It reminds me of chasing the dragon. You know, it's
Chasing
like,
the high, yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh well, yeah, my life kind of fell apart from heroin, but I remember the first time I did it. It was so good that I can't help but compare this healthy experience to that thing that eventually gave me hepatitis. It's like,
And
it's-
8 months is not that long.
it's-
And, it's going to take a while.
yeah, this is not that it was toxic, but it's not something healthy for you to go back to. And when the minute you figure that out, not just by putting a stop sign on your iPhone, but by sending the message.
And I think you're a send a message type. I don't think you should just block him out of the blue. I mean, especially if he's contacting you, you can say, "Hey, I just want you to know, I think it's best if we don't talk." You don't have to say, "I'm going to block you," but you should. And say, I wish you the best. And that's
by the
it,
way,
really.
here's how it works.
I disagree with that.
What is it?
Why? Because you're maintaining an emotional connection with them. Just block them.
That's what I
let's say
responded to.
let's game this out. He texts you, which you don't want him to, because he's gonna break up with you. He likes the status he get. He likes having higher status over you. I know this guy. I've tracked him, and
You've met him, man.
and so
And he wants his options open. He doesn't want to commit
right.
to her.
Guys like having a little things in case I want to sleep with you at some point. So
Fall back
Yeah.
or something.
yes.
Yeah.
You're too good for that, honey.
You're too good. You have very rich hair, lustrous hair.
Not a
Very
plug to be
gorgeous.
found. Not a plug to be found.
Not unplugged. Girl, can I tell you?
No,
not
I'm
a-
with you, Neil.
So, okay, so let's say he texts you and it comes back green to him. It like doesn't go through green or whatever, and then you don't respond. Okay, then maybe he emails you, and then maybe you can explain. But I think it's why maintain a relationship with him?
Yeah.
For what? He's just going to break up with you. He's never. Here's what I realized, and it took me decades. No one comes to their senses.
Yeah.
No one finally sees that you were right. No, it doesn't happen.
Yep.
Doesn't
You're
happen.
never gonna see it. He's never gonna get it.
Never, ever, 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 ever. Don't even entertain it for a split second.
Okay,
It's
I'm
never
with
gonna
Neil
happen.
on this.
And people waste. I'll add to that.
Decades.
People waste their lives waiting for somebody to come to their senses when they could have come to their senses themselves.
And
you can come to your senses,
Yes.
but they can't.
And
Yes.
blocking him might give you a little bit of an edge that you didn't know you had. Like, just to know that, like, you've moved past it
Yeah.
psychologically.
I've never been a fan of contacting someone to let them know you don't
Yeah.
want to contact
You're
them
right.
anymore.
You're
It's like
right.
you already stopped contacting
What's
them.
the
It's like
point?
people who declare they're going off Twitter.
Yes.
I know.
Just
I feel
go
the
off
same
Twitter.
way.
And it's easy to do. It's easy to cut somebody off. Watch. Thank you for calling.
You're also
Goodbye.
going to stop thinking about it. That's a great joke.
Oh, there
Got
she
rid of
goes.
Moshe,
Edit
that's
that,
so
edit.
unlike you.
Well, it just felt like it was right for the comedy.
It's not unlike it. Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, I thought you were
sweetie.
going to fist
No,
bump
I
me
was
that
giving
we
you
both
the
hate
pat,
Moshe.
like-
All right, what do we got? We got 5 more minutes. Neil, we're going to play one secret, and then you'll be able to go home.
love it.
And go home and love on your boy.
I love it.
And think about spanking him.
I know. Can you imagine?
Hitting her? It's just so crazy.
My mom had a thing called the paddle, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
painted silver, this big hunk of wood, and they would just bear on our bare butts.
Yeah, it's just sadistic.
And my mom used to hit me
No,
with
but
this
it was
big
just from the
leather
70s.
belt.
That's the
I
only
know.
way she thought that, like, we would listen.
It does work. That's the
It
thing. It
doesn't
does work.
though. It never made me behave better. It made me stop in the moment. Yes.
It made
'cause
me
I was
not
being
like
hit.
my mom.
Yeah. I don't even know. My dad socked me in the chest once. That was very intense. Like the only time he ever hit me, he punched me.
In the chest is interesting.
Yeah, it was at an amusement park. I remember. I don't even remember what I did. I just remember going, I deserved that.
Wow.
That's yeah. So you can't even really.
I was just like, wow, that was okay. I get why he got there. I
Yeah.
knew that I had pushed him to a breaking point, but it was not a place I'd ever like to be as a father, where I get to a breaking point and sock someone.
I think they also very easily. They got to breaking point pretty easily in the
Back then,
80s, yeah.
yeah, sure.
I was hoping we just evolved as a culture, but
I think
now
we have.
now it feels like we're regressing.
We're going back. Yeah.
But okay, let's hear a secret.
All right, here's a secret, Neil, that we think you'll love. I don't know what it is, but we think you'll love it.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. Sometimes when my girlfriend is trying to fall asleep, I'll scratch her back. And sometimes I'll also maybe pick my nose on one side, or maybe pick like my crack or somewhere deep below me, and then like maybe scratch her back with the same hand.
Oh.
And she never knows, or scratch like her head with the same hand, and she never knows because she's falling asleep. And I don't think it's that gross, but I'm thinking Natasha might. Have a good one, you guys.
I think he knew it was gross, or he wouldn't have called. I don't think it's like this is on the line. No, you know,
normal.
you did this. You did it yourself. You took care of this whole thing. You realized you're in an issue.
No, it was just a gut check for Natasha.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a thing that is obviously normal that, well, let's see if Natasha's a freaking
And then we
weirdo
have
This
about
will be
this.
my last.
These hot, beautiful women calling in who can't get a man, and then the man's just like wiping his fucking boogers
Yeah.
on
You
her.
have two
By the way,
hands.
same guy. This is the guy that she. That's how low women's standards
Yeah,
have
there's
gotten.
a stop sign on it, but it's a dirty finger.
Yeah, it's a dirty
Why?
booger hand.
He's got two hands.
He's getting off on it.
He's getting off on it. You
He's
think?
like, I could still be my single gross self.
Oh,
That would sound like the beginning of a Netflix murder documentary.
My crack.
my crack.
My crack.
I'll sometimes scratch my crack.
Also, Natasha might not like it. He thinks you are going to like it. He's confident. Singled her out as not liking it. Assuming
gonna love
Moshe's
this.
gonna have my back. I know Moshe. I know Moshe. He's absolutely gonna have me on this.
Didn't you tell
Anyhow.
our daughter that you shit in your hand?
She asked me what the grossest thing that had ever happened was, and I told her the story about when I swiped my hand through a pile of human shit at Burning Man in a porta potty.
Why'd you do that?
Okay.
Well, basically, there was no light in the porta potty,
Okay.
and I had to go boo boo. You know,
Sure.
I had to open up my crack,
Yeah.
and so I.
How many days would you try to go? at
I
Burning Man?
love shitting in a porta potty. I don't mind it. I'm shitting in public is yes
Me
for
and
me.
Natasha.
Yeah, no, you guys are out.
4.5 stars or better. Is what we need. We need luxury accommodations.
There's a great story of Brent Weinbach. You know Brent Weinbach?
Yeah.
He's got interesting things going on, and he can't shit in in certain bathrooms, and he was hosting for Paul Mooney 20
Incredible.
years ago, 25 years ago, and he left the club, the Punchline, because it was not a good enough bathroom for him to shit in, to go shit at the hotel across the street, and Paul fully got off stage. There was no host, and he was banned from that club for like a year because he was just shitting in a hotel across the street.
I mean, that's a toss up to me.
You're kind of maybe on Brent's
I mean,
side.
I'm not on his side.
Okay, Neal, tell everyone how they can get a little bit of your...
A little something.
Little bit of that
NealBrennan.com.
Brennan
I got a podcast called Blocks. I got my Netflix streams. And
you're working on your new hour.
And I'm working on my new hour. I'm at Santa Monica West Side Comedy Theater every Tuesday.
That's
I'm at
amazing
the Comedy
that you're
Store
still
a lot.
doing that. And
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't on the West Side.
I know.
Well,
I know.
Do you
Neal,
get comedians to come out there?
Yeah, but it's like
It's for
it'd
you.
be way better if it were on this side.
Yeah.
Neal, I appreciate you coming out.
It
It's
was
great
very
see
fun
you.
to do.
Neal,
Yeah.
we love you.
I love both of you. You guys
Thank
are both
you.
great.
Love you too. Thanks for coming.
Bye.